I had a phenomenal time on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. This is how to get the best out of your vacation and what to expect. The check-in process was very smooth. You can do most of it using their application, and I believe it opens up about a week beforehand. At check-in, every sailor received a wristband that allowed you to get inside of your room, as well as pay for drinks or pay for other items on the ship, which was awesome. So you didn't have to bring around a credit card or anything like that unless you wanted to buy another cruise. The entire aesthetic of Virgin was awesome. Pretty much everything was red, the vibes were right. All of the people who worked there were super duper friendly. Even this guy who's coming up right here, he had a megaphone and was complimenting everyone. Such a sweet guy. He even noticed our bride because I was part of a bachelorette and complimented us. And his outfit was awesome as well. Right here, I thought we were on an episode of MTV Cribs, so I just wanted to show off our cabin. The Virgin Voyages cabin is absolutely gorgeous. The whole aesthetic of the ship is just so aesthetically pleasing. In the hallway, they have lights, and the lights change color depending on what night it is. So on red night, they change to red, and other nights, I believe it's just that like classic kind of black-like look. Right here, this bathroom, so nice, so modern. The shower was a lot bigger than most other showers in other cruise lines. I loved that we did not have to leave our room to see the safety video. You could either watch it on your phone using the app, or you could watch it on the television that is provided there. For some reason, our iPad wasn't working with our TV at the time, but they did come in and fix that while we were gone, which was awesome because I ended up watching movies later on. But we still did have to do a traditional go to the muster station. They did need to account for us. After all the safety was done, we were beyond ready to go and explore the ship. The entire ship had plenty of space to lay out and just soak up the sun, relax. There were so many hot tubs around in the back of the ship, the middle of the ship, every single place. There are some big pools. There's also a bar on every corner or every hallway. Leaving out of Miami was so beautiful, guys. There were buildings everywhere. It's just, you know, such a vibe. Now it was time for the champagne toast. Virgin was not skimpy at all with their pouring. Some of us even got more than one glass, which I was very pleased about. There were multiple times throughout our stay with Virgin that we got free alcohol. Stay tuned till the end to see when those times were. After the toast, they really tried to get us involved, and people were really dancing, especially the guy to the bottom right in the rainbow. He had a great time throughout our trip. I have seen other people say that there wasn't that much to do while on the boat, but I felt like there was plenty to do. My group and I thoroughly enjoyed doing things like relaxing and laying out. They had a swing that my friends really enjoyed. It was so cute and nice to take little Instagram photos with. Other activities included playing dodgeball. I think that they even had a basketball tournament at one point. Live music was even going on outside of the Wake, which was a delicious restaurant that I will explain more about later on in the video. One of the best entertainment shows that I have seen on a ship was this dual reality. If watching shows or anything that I just discussed isn't for you, they also had things like the arcade, which I spent plenty of time in. I was hooked on the old school Super Mario game and playing 2-player with my cabin buddy. There was also a casino, a photo booth, the gym, a boxing area, board games, bingo, and even mega chess. Now this cruise for us was mostly for relaxing, so we didn't want to do anything too extraneous, but we did enjoy walking around the ship and just exploring. This was at nighttime where we saw the track that people would run around, mostly during the day because it is a little bit scarier at night, but it's still such a beautiful view. Our cruise sailed out from Miami to Mexico, then to the Bahamas. During my time in Mexico, I opted to do one of the excursions. I did wait a little bit too long to do it though, so there weren't that many options of excursions to choose from. I did, however, get really lucky and I still got to choose one of the excursions that I had on my list. This was the Mayan ruins and the Tulum cenote swim. After Mexico, it was time for us to head back onto the ship and make our way to Bimini. It took about an hour and 35 minutes or so to get back onto the boat because of the ferry. I believe that was about 35 minutes, and the drive back was about an hour. Another thing to note was Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night is where the entire sailor community wears red, and we have the best time on the top of the boat, and people are jumping into pools. It was very, very kind of music festival-y, like a mini version of a music festival. They had an inflatable octopus. People were having the best time. Every kind of genre of music was being played. People were twerking and dancing in the pool. We even made a conga line and everyone joined, and it was an awesome time. It was a beautiful day to be in the Bahamas. The water was turquoise, the music was going, and you know I keep a coconut berry Red Bull, so my morning was lovely and I was ready and full of energy for the beach that day. Unfortunately, I don't have too much video footage of the beach club that Virgin had, but it was a very nice beach club. There were plenty of activities to do. There were summer camp games, volleyball tournament, a float party where people had floats in the pool and were dancing, having a good time, good food, and of course, plenty of spots to have a drink at the bars. Bimini was our last stop during our cruise, and now on to the food. This food was not only some of the best food I've ever had on a cruise ship, but some of the best food I have had ever. I believe that I saw that the Virgin food menu was created by a Michelin star chef, and it definitely shows. 3 things that you cannot leave off of the ship without eating are the 10-layer crepe cake, the macaroons, and the crispy clam chowder. I did have some favorites while I was at each restaurant, and I noted an asterisk next to them so that you guys can try them out too. Let me know if you feel the same way I did. Last but not least, I wanted to mention that Virgin Voyages is an adults-only cruise, so one of the best things that brings is the fact that there are not any children messing around with the food when it comes to the larger eating area where everyone gathers. And even if there were children, they wouldn't be able to anyway because everything is behind glass. That's right, there is no buffet on Virgin Voyages, which is great because you are being served the entire time. Everything is clean. I didn't see any trash or the place looking dirty at all the entire time that I was there. That's all, folks. Enjoy the rest of these food mentions, and please let me know what you guys think of the cruise when you go on yours. I absolutely enjoyed mine, and I would love to hear your feedback.